All right, so overall thoughts on this part 2, the Tortured Poets Department, the Anthology. After my first listen, still can't believe that I made it this long without hearing it. I definitely think that this lived up to the expectation that it was going to be more folk, more, folklore, evermore, more of these like somber feels songs. I feel like a lot of the content that you just saw from me is more of me just like sitting there like listening, like just soaking it up like a sponge. This was more based on like the lyrics and the poetry that she's writing versus like a big instrumentation, I feel like part 1 we had more instrumentation, we had more of that Jack showing off, like we had more of this like Jack, experimenting with what he and Taylor do best, and this half felt more like her and Aaron just sitting at the piano, sitting with the guitar, sitting in that like folklore Long Pond studio cabin, and just like, just pouring out feelings and lyrics. So that's just like my first take, my first impression from this album. I'm sure it's just like the first half is only going to grow with me more, but I feel like a lot of this I was just listening, like taking it in, It has been a roller coaster since I listened to the part 1 version, the original release, and did my live reaction video to that. So if you haven't seen that one already, make sure you go back and check it out. I'll link it down below. Be sure to subscribe. We are a full community of music and unpacking our thoughts of really anything. Of course, this is all Taylor Swift related, but I plan on doing lots of live reaction videos to all types of music. I have other videos unpacking other albums in the past, but this is a community of music and learning and sharing and knowledge. So be sure to subscribe, become a music major. We're all welcome here. Based on that first listen, my favorite tracks, the ones that I'm excited to get back to all of them, of course, but like my favorite tracks were definitely I'm Gonna Get You Back. That was a banger, certified banger. Loved that a lot. Oh my gosh, y'all. You just never can have any expectations about anything until you actually experience it, because okay, I like I said at the beginning, I thought this was gonna be a lot more folklore, ever more acoustic, like non-produced side of the album, but that was a certified banger. Okay, that was instantly, so far that's my favorite song. I am writing that down. That is on the top 5 list. Anything that's like this that I can do my hands with this, I don't know what it is, and I don't know if this is because I'm in my 30s. But something about this in my life right now is like, I just love music that does that. I love it. And Taylor dishes that out to us in so many songs. And this just like vibe, man. It's just like, I don't know what it is, but I love it. It was kind of like Reputation coded. Who knows when that's ever going to happen. But some of these lyrics felt like they were teasing to Reputation. The fact, too, that she said eras. It's like, is this play about us? It was very that. It was like, I felt so seen by saying that, because that's us. The Eras tour, the eras of Taylor Swift. That is so us. I can't even find the lyric. Where is it? I'm scrolling all over the place here. I'm flabbergasted at that track. Bygones will be bygone, eras fading into gray. Ooh, and gray, that's very the Tortured Poets Department, like the gray era of what this album's all about, kind of, or symbolized by color, I suppose. And pick your poison, babe. I'm poison either way. Okay, Reputation is coming. I know we've said that a million times, but that is so freaking Reputation coded. I'm just saying. And then the bridge, that soloed vocal, that dry filtered vocal that was just like she was right in your face to the mic, and then the drop, the way I wasn't expecting that, but I just felt so organic and so natural, man. And of course, this is Taylor and Jack Antonoff, so this is Jack's first song on the second half of the album. This just felt super Jack without being like too Jack, wow, I loved that a lot. Wow, they just really know what they're doing, they just really, this is not their first rodeo. This is God, it's just so great to listen to music that you just really love. You know, a wise woman once said, "You are what you love." So, this is great. I also loved immediately after the Albatross. That was great. I love how that also like kind of dipped us into the space and the world of what this next chapter was going to be like. Wow. All right. That was a huge, like, symphonic experience. Again, it felt, like I said, it felt like a movie. What I can appreciate from Aaron Dessner's style is it's more folklore evermore to me, which he worked so much on. And then versus Jack, which is this more like, I would say, experimental side. Aaron Dessner is more traditional, I would say. So you can just kind of tell, like, leading into a song, which way it's gonna go based on which artist or which writer or producer she worked with. And I love that twist ending too at the end. Like, I'm the albatross. She loves having a twist, and just like in folklore in the last Great American Dynasty, where in the end she twists it and she's like, actually, it was me. I was the one all along. I also kind of like that the song might feel a bit like how the media has painted Taylor Swift. I feel like she's kind of addressing herself. She is like a plant in the music industry just to be this successful person that everyone listens to no matter what. Like, some of the lyrics here feel like that's what she's addressing, saying like that she's the albatross, she is here to destroy you. That is exactly what that might feel like she sees them saying, and like that's so messed up. But yeah, I liked that one a lot. I really liked I Hate It Here. I liked the imagery that she painted and the disassociation of getting into another space. I really like how I Hate It Here painted that picture and created a world for you to create your own world. I'm probably gonna say this on every single song, just like I did on part one, but like,
I was not expecting that at all.
positive take on like creating your own space, your own world. And I referenced this earlier, but like it feels like a woke song where, like, in a good way though, like, why live in these spaces that feel uninviting? Why live in these conceived, ideas, and like, why not make change? Why not make things better for people? So create your own world, create your own space, and go to that space. And I think that's actually speaking to a lot of what Taylor Swift has done with her own music, creating a space for people to feel their feels, like I said in the last song, like feel their own emotions, feel their own experiences. I think that's a really inviting way to be like, you don't have to deal with things that put you down or exclude you or don't bring you together. Create your own space, create your own world. That's probably easier said than done and not accessible to everyone. But that's why, hey, create it in your mind. I love that lyric. I hate it here, so I will go to secret gardens in my mind. Heck yeah. Another Aaron track, like, feels very, it feels like an extension of that Folklore Evermore vibe. This is the first that really felt traditional to that sense. Even like the instrumentation was very simple. It didn't have, it's just like a classic kind of feel. A really just like inclusive and comforting kind of vibe, kind of like a hug. Kind of like a hug. Yeah. And then I really liked Peter. Peter was really special to those who are into the Folklore Evermore, like that world, that time, that experience. I liked this one a lot, actually. I loved that piano. Loved the piano. I loved that kind of like the chorus, that repetition. I really enjoyed that. Super Peter Pan Lost Boys vibes. Super Are We Gonna Grow Up? That's probably one of my top songs so far too. Because like I said in the middle, a lot of this side of the album has been more simple instrumentation, more of this somber kind of vibe. And I was thrown off by that because the beginning was not like that of this album. And so yeah, I liked that. I liked that one a lot. I think those are my favorites so far. Of course, I can't wait to really listen to it more and digest more of the album and process it. Thank you so much for sticking around for part 2. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed my initial thoughts, my reactions. Remember, I'm going to post the full album like this, and then I'm going to go track by track. If you want to hear a little bit more from both sides of the album, I have track by track unpacks where you can experience the full, like, 6-7 minutes of the whole song and my initial thoughts. Let me know what album you want to hear me unpack next. I'm excited to do more of this, like, live reaction, even if it's something that I've already heard. I'm excited to experiment with what this really can be, and be sure to subscribe. subscribe, you too can also become a music major. So I'll see you next time. Bye.